Hello. Welcome to your channel. Today I'm going to discuss a great novel, masterpiece, Don Quixote. So stay with me. Talking about this masterpiece in 10 or 20 minutes is very difficult. I've written down some important points about this masterpiece, and I try to be very fast and brief. So, why Don Quixote is that great? Before answering this great question, I would say that this novel includes two books. One was published, the part one was published in 1605, and the second part was published in 1615. And in some countries, like Iran, they pronounce the book Don Quixote, and Don Quixote is the French pronunciation of the book, and I prefer Don Quixote or Don Quixote. The full title of this book is El Ingenioso Hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha. I'm not going to talk about the meaning, but to give you some details. Ingenioso means inventive, witty, funny even. And we know that Don is used as Sir, Lord, Master, and Quixote means grotesque. The TE at the end of the Don Quixote, Quixote is kind of insulting suffix, and Mancha is the name of the city. I should say that Spanish at the time of Cervantes was different from today's Spanish, and there are some changes in Spanish since that time. The great thing about this novel is that it's very modern. Some believe that it's the first modern novel in history. So why we call this novel modern novel? First of all, it's about an individual. In the past, an ordinary person was not important. Heroes were important. Countries were important. And an individual like Don Quixote was never important in the course of history. Just great people were important. And Don Quixote wants to change this world. He doesn't want this change in afterlife. He wants to change this world. And the other issue is that he is not looking for divine help. He says, I'm Don Quixote. I will help others. I will help the oppressed. I will fight evil. So he's not seeking divine help. And this story, you can say it's not God oriented. God doesn't have a role in this novel. Just people trying to solve their own problems. It's so existential. And it has perspectivism. Because, Don Quixote, after reading lots of books, he goes crazy. And he infer or interpret the world the way he wants. That's the way we all do. We interpret the world in our own specific way. So we can say that this novel is very modern, or even the first modern novel in the course of history. The other issue is about the difference between romance and novel. Romance comes from Rome, and romance are like they are linear stories, and we have a hero that never changes. The hero just makes changes in this world, but he never changes. But novel is like characters evolve over time. I change, I get better or worse. I'm not fixed. The other issue is about chivalry. That chivalry comes from the French term cheval, that means horse, because to knights like Don Quixote, a horse is very important, and horse is this essential part of a knight's identity. At the time of Cervantes, knighthood were not that rife, and it was like the time of knighthood was over, and Don Quixote is like, he says, I miss those days, and I want to relive and revive those good days that there was somebody to help others and their personal stories. And I would say that knights are different from military guys, that they have some similarities and there are some differences. First of all, knights fight for grandeur, glory, and they have sweethearts. Sweetheart is an important issue in this story, and they take care about others. They don't fight for money, and they have lots of people as skills. They fight evil, and they have horse. So horse is very important. And the other issue about Don Quixote is that it has a sense of anti-determinism. Long time ago, people used to believe that things are not changeable. If somebody is a king, it's a king. Who can change it? And change was not accepted concept. Changing was difficult. But we know that in Don Quixote, we have lots of change. An ordinary person converts to a knight and tries to change everything. He goes beyond family, he goes beyond location. But a long time ago, it wasn't like this. If I was born as a peasant, I was doomed to die as a peasant. But in this great novel, we have lots of changes. We have anti-determinism, and we are kind of close to the concept of design, the great concept created by Martin Heidegger. Design means we are possibilities. Human, to be a human means to be possibilities. Everything is determined to change. We have two journeys in this book. The first journey is kind of a failure, and Don Quixote get back home, and people try to talk him out of going out and being a knight. But the second journey is longer and much funnier. It has a sense of epic, because in epic we have a circle. The person has an ordinary life, and he goes out and gets back and goes out and gets back, and the story happens far from house, and it's like this. And the story happens in the summer, and summer is a great season to go out to have adventure. And as I said, Cervantes brings attention from heroes to ordinary people and saying that you can be your own hero. Don't wait for others. Don't wait for your country. Don't wait for your heroes. Just participate in life and be a hero. And we have attack on Spanish Inquisition. You know that long time ago, Spanish Church used to ask people about their beliefs and asking them about whatever they believed or not. And there's a great attack on Spanish Inquisition because, in the library of Don Quixote, we don't have religious books. They are just books about knights and courage and chivalry. And in his library, there is not much book about religion, or it's better to say there is no book about religion. And the funny thing is that when people are first in the library, they find a book that is written by Cervantes, and it shows that the border between reality and fantasy is mixed and confused. And we have Sancho Panza. Don Quixote says, okay, I'm a knight, I need a horse, I need an armor, I need spear, and I need a companion. And his companion is Sancho. Sancho is very funny because they are contradictory. Sancho is the opposite end of Don Quixote. Sancho is very realistic, and Don Quixote is not that much realistic. He interprets the boy in his own way, and Sancho is trying to remind him of his mistakes, and the contradiction is very funny. And there are no more points, but we can say that this book was great. It's great, and I think Don Quixote is the most sold book ever. It's been translated into new languages. And the sad point is that Cervantes didn't make a fortune out of this book due to some problems and issues with publishers. Anyway, he died in poverty. But the point is that Don Quixote is a huge book. It's fantastic. It changes your mind about the concept of reality, the social concepts that are accepted by you, and it tells you that it's time to participate in life. Don't accept things lying down, and don't buy into whatever you are said by tradition. I think it's kind of related to Nietzsche's philosophy and saying no to whatever you are said to. Anyway, I highly recommend this book. It's fantastic. I'm not going to spoil this great masterpiece. I will make other videos about it, about the storyline and about symbols in this book. I enjoyed it, and I hope you'll enjoy this too. So, if you like this video, you can like it, you can share it with others, and you can subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.